It's getting crazy out here, y'all. Stay focused. Let's go, KD. Take a look around you, you can find your way, babe. Yeah, take a look around you, you can find your way, babe. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Hey, you the one that say that. You and me go way back. When this whole thing over, I'ma send my invoice payday. You don't wanna say that. You don't want this payback. I keep my composure, this my kingdom, nigga, stay back. We had a couple of moments. You had a choice, nigga, own it. Your real colors, they showing. I'm real, nigga, I'm focused. When I come around, I'm fly with it. Stay moving, do buy with it. New sound, just vibe with it. Same truth and we die with it. I see it like it's an optical. I never sit on the fence. Nothing to me is impossible. Music of me to the end. Most of the shit is illogical. All of y'all niggas depend on what they pretend. Just think what you had. Stop looking at trends. You wearing your eyes like it's topical. Clearly now, the pain is gone. The fame is on. And they play my songs. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, it's real. Yeah, I ain't talk is talk. And move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do. I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. New era, I got y'all. Real game, we pop off, no knockoffs. Open eyes, we watch out. Mobilize, won't cop out. COVID-19 cops out, don't flop now. Open skies, we fly now. New agenda, they try now. Most y'all getting real scared of the headlines, we find out. End game getting real near. If you don't know, you behind now. Behind the times, government hide behind the lines. Most brands trying to monetize. All of us have to stay inside, don't socialize. Talk is talk, and move is move. When I come in, bitch, I change the way. Got things to do, I done pay my dues. But where was you? Nigga, where was you? I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. I said take a look around you, nigga, find your way, babe. Find your way, babe. Find your way, babe.
The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. Go to the fucking gym and eat a goddamn steak.
That is not funny! Punk! You know I've been battling a weight problem for years!
Shut the fuck up, bitch!
I'll have to take your abuse!
Diabetes.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Full normal.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing. Testicles. Ooh, welcome everyone to episode 24 Hundo and 20 Schwam of the Daily Mother Swole, the most muscular swolecast, beercast, broadcast, gamecast, mancast, pimpcast, sleevescast, and slaycast in the realm. Because when I flex, you flex, we all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, busters, hustlers, and your hoes? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. Today's episode, the Beastcast, is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Everston K2, flexing on all you
It's the fucking Catalina one.
It's the fucking Catalina one.
Bicheza. How we doing, fam? Welcome to the show. How we doing, Joe, Tyler? Let's see, Amy, Bookworm, John, Matt, Terry. How we doing, fam? What's up, Nancy? Welcome to the show. Make sure that you are checking out the live stream links over there, swolenormousx.com. All those details to join the fam, to check out the podcast links. Everything is in the main menu over there. And of course, in the show notes down below. This is a live stream show every fucking day. Let's go, every fucking day, we slay. All right. Now that we have slayed successfully, let us check out the church. We got a cute little Pinkston Churchill all nuzzled, all snug in her bed with visions of steak and bacon in her head. And of course, we have the Tainty Man looking cute. Very, very nice. The Swole fam is here. So let's get into today's episode. Beaches, let's jump into some Swole fam posts. But first, let's bust this nut open. Let's get this card out. We'll give it away at the end of today's episode. And let's get started. Let's summon the Falcon. Oh, put some respect on it. Yes, Beaches. There you have it. There you have it. Cheers, Leo. You raging alcoholic. Fam, drop in the comments down below. Hashtag Swole Privilege for a chance to win today's Swole card. Now, John was saying that he did some sled work before the storm rolls in. I've heard that it's going to be pretty nasty. It's pretty nasty up in the northern places. And I must say that I am not looking forward to it. Tomorrow it's going to be nice. I'm not looking forward to the cold dip. So like for 3 or 4 days down here in Florida, it's going to be absolutely schnasty. It's going to be nasty. I'm really hesitant because I'm going to freeze my fucking nips off. And I know a lot of you are going to be laughing because you're like, haha, it's negative 30 where I live. But this is the equivalent of negative 30. So Saturday and Sunday, the weather says at night it's going to be 43 degrees and during the day it's going to be like 54, 58. Ooh, that's the equivalent of like negative 1,000 in Florida. I saw some videos on TikTok where it's like North Dakota, negative 25 or something ridiculous. That number doesn't even process. I grew up in cold temperatures. I've experienced 0, I think negatives too, slight negatives, not super, super negative, but like 0, single digits. It's cold as fuck. But yeah, so I know a lot of you are like, I'd be in the fucking ocean swimming. And that's warmer than my cold plunge still. But, yeah, be careful out there. It's pretty much like frostbite weather. You're out there for 10 minutes and you just get your face frozen off. So be careful, be smart out there. But I just think it's funny. I think it's funny. I still think it's humorous because I grew up in New England. I grew up in cold weather. So when I see the temperature, it doesn't process still. I've been down in Florida been down here for almost 20 years. And it just, the numbers they don't add up. It feels so much colder than, I look at it, 58, that's not that's not that bad. I've been in so much colder. But down here, it's fucking freezing. It's really cold. It's a different type of cold. 43 in Florida is equivalent to colder up north. I think it's also just because you get used to it, but it's also the humidity and whatever. I don't know. Something about it. It just feels colder down here. Not looking forward to it. Not looking forward to it. But hopefully it'll be, and then it seems like it gets warm again. Then the following week, so for like 3 or 4 days, it's going to be in the 60s and then it's going to get back up into the 80s. So we'll be fine. So, but for right now, it's 78 degrees and sunny, and tomorrow it's going to be fucking beautiful. So I'm going to roast the shit out of my nips. I'm going to roast my nips so hardcore tomorrow that I'll be fine. That I'll have to be like recovering the nips for a few days, and then it'll be cold and I'll be fine. All right, let's get into that tip. Spit on it. Ooh-ah. Babe, just an inch. All right, fam. It's cold outside. Stay safe out there. And you're the ones that are all choosing. Hey, if you're living in cold, if you're living in a cold area, that's your choice. That's your choice. You can move. You choose to live there. So don't kick and scream. Bookworm R.I.P. Franco Harris. Who the fuck is that? Who's that? All right. Anyway, let's get into the first Swole fan post from B Smith 3244. Hey guys, does anyone have a lot of what they ate day by day with the elimination diet perimeters in mind? Okay, don't know what that means. That's a question from the Discord. If you're a member, make sure you go to the kitchen to learn about the Nutrition Jumpstart and the elimination diet and so forth. Not sure exactly what you're trying to ask. Does anyone have a lot of what they ate day by day? You're looking for nutrition questions? Make sure you also jump in the Telegram chat, but we could drop that in the comments down below. Fam, what's your current daily nutrition like? What are your go-to foods? What are your sweet spot? What's your sweet spot? Because technically, once you do an elimination diet, you stay on it. And what I mean by that is the elimination diet is you customizing your nutrition. So whatever you do with the elimination diet, that's pretty much what you're staying on and adjusting and tweaking forever. That's you figuring out what what works best for your body. So you're customizing your nutrition. We got one here from James. I really wish younger people could understand what kind of irreparable damage they're doing to their bodies by being fat. Being 433 pounds did damage to my body that I can't fix. Well, you did fix a lot of it. You lost a ton of weight. This is fucking fantastic. Let's get some gorillas. And as always, I appreciate, dropping these comments. But as per someone that was asking yesterday, how come we're always talking about fat people? Or how come we go balls deep? We cover all this like fat positive bullshit. It's because of stuff like this. You have a lot of sinister, evil people in this world that are trying to gaslight you into thinking that being obese is a proud thing, that it's something to be lauded, that's something to be applauded, that, oh, you love me, I'm beautiful the way I am. I mean, not really. That's your opinion. Most people disagree. No one wants to be fat. People that are fat that are trying to promote it as positive are in hardcore denial, and they're literally lying to themselves. That's why they're so angry and frustrated, because they're lying to themselves. They have no integrity. They know they're lying. They're miserable inside, and they're pretending they're not. So the human body doesn't do well. The mind doesn't do well with lying. That's why a lot of people have these issues with guilt and a lot of issues with holding two truths or two ideas that are conflicting at the same time. And usually people give themselves up when it comes to illegal activities and blah, blah. It's just the human mind does not do well tricking itself and consciously tricking itself with two realities. So again, this is why we cover this kind of stuff, because that mindset is pervasive in many other aspects of our existence. And it's really the pursuit of truth and also logic and common sense and doing the best for yourself and taking responsibility for, again, it doesn't mean that you had everything going your way. It doesn't mean you didn't start 30 yards behind the starting line. It doesn't mean that you didn't have a rough childhood or trauma. We all have our own types of trauma. Trauma is relative. It doesn't mean that some people don't have it objectively, maybe worse. You could agree, okay, this person really had a rough childhood or had a lot of stress, but the same thing. A lot of people have these issues, but they succeed. So it's really what you do as a result of that. And I'm not saying that trauma isn't bad, for example, but at the same time, are you going to be a victim to your trauma, or are you going to have, it's all about the story you tell yourself. Are you going to be a victim to that, or are you going to take that fact and that reality, take control and make those positive changes? Because objectively, I always say it's binary. You went to the gym or you didn't. You ate properly or you didn't. You followed the 7 pillars or you didn't. Does it matter if the weather is colder or warmer? Does it matter if you had trauma or not? Either you did it or you didn't. I'm not saying it's going to be easier or it won't be easier for some people, but what's easy? It's all relative, right? You did it or you didn't do it. You did it or you didn't do it. So let's get back to reality and take a page out of James's book. He changed his life and he's sending out a message. He is someone that I've personally never been 433 pounds. And I'm thankful that I never have been, but I've put in work to not be 433 pounds. But take it from someone who was and has regrets or is frustrated that he was in that situation, but he took the action to get out of it. So what have you done lately, right? What excuses have you made? This guy lost like a human being. This guy lost an obese human. He lost like 200 something pounds. He lost an obese man. He lost one. That's ridiculous. Jeff, -25. Ooh, a -57 wind chill. Jesus Christ.
Matt Damon.
Mother Nature gets a Matt Damon on that one. Why? In Montana this morning, I can see my breath in my heated garage gym. But still getting it done. # go the fucking gym. I should really move to Florida. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about, dude. Jeez. You're not supposed to see your breath. I know when it's cold and the moisture, but it's like, why? Human beings are not meant to think about before technology, before industry. Not many people, Native Americans, people didn't really live up there. You had Inuit, Eskimos. People didn't really populate. People still don't populate those areas. Montana is still sparsely populated. Why are you living there? Wax, hey, I'm in Montana. I think it's beautiful. I've seen pictures. I think it's beautiful a few months out of the year. The rest of it is like, why? Just saying. I guess you might like it. At the same time, I do appreciate the fact that there's less people there. So I'm a huge fan. I've always wanted to move there and get the fuck out, but I just don't think I could do. I just can't do cold anymore, man. I just can't. I can't do that. No thanks. All right, let's get into Mark. All right, Mark writes from our Facebook group, fam, we're almost at the end of this year, and I'm hoping you all continue to crush it daily. This year has had its ups and downs, but in the end, I've managed to keep my head up. I don't have resolutions coming up for the new year. I have goals. They range from physical to personal. For the past few years, I have basically trained myself to have a mindset of as soon as January 1st hits, my foot is on the gas, and I usually don't ease up till the end of November / beginning of December. I learned over the years that waiting till the last few months to the last month of the year to get things done never really benefited me, and I would see this from people around me. But I will say this, I continue to plan on making sick fucking gains by getting my ass to the gym even when I don't want to go. I will continue to learn more about various topics to help expand my knowledge. I will continue to cut more useless people from my life. Finally, I will continue to buy more Daily Swole gear because I love offending the weak-minded. This isn't one of those I'll maybe do it. No, I will do it. Keep crushing it, fam, and I hope you all have a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year, # fuck your resolutions, # no new year, new me, # same asshole but wiser. All right. Same asshole, a wiser asshole. All right. And our last one, we got this one from Matt. We got here, getting paid to make gains, got some downtime at work and made a pull-up bar. Oh, nice. While the rest of my coworkers are sucking down soda pops and eating chips, I'm getting fucking after it. That is dope. So you see here, he's got a little strap there and just a metal bar. You don't need much. You don't need much. Just gotta be creative. Good for you. Absolutely fantastic. Good for you, Matt. Good for you. All right, let's get into some knowledge cock. Let's take some questions. If you have a question, drop in the comments down below. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole. We're going to take a call. I'm not sure if we did this one yesterday. This one's from Ivan. Ivan, you are on the Sleevescast.
How long did it take to grow such an awesome hairstyle? And did you go to the fucking gym to do that? Oh. And how about that beard? Did that grow when you were at the fucking gym?
That's a good question. That's kind of like chicken or the egg. Did my beard grow? See, it's like a vicious cycle. So you go to the gym, and of course, you're going to have an improved beard growth. But then with your improved beard growth, your testosterone goes through the fucking roof, and it's going to improve your gains. You improve your gains, then it's going to improve your beard. You improve your beard, it's going to improve your gains. And then it just becomes like a snowball just rolling down the hill, and you just can't stop it. This is why I wear my glasses, because very quickly can you develop myoswolitis, and it gets out of control. So I don't want to get into the details. How long did it take? A lot of people ask me, how long did it take to grow my hair? I didn't like keep a stopwatch. I've had long hair for like 20 years. So if you eat healthy and you don't cut your hair, you're more likely to grow thicker, longer, more lustrous hair. And of course, it's genetics as well, but I guess I take care of it. People ask me, what do I do for my hair? I really don't do much to it. Every 2 weeks I go and I get my beard kind of trimmed, and every once in a while I get the ends clipped and stuff for my hair, but I don't put anything in it. I don't do anything fantastic, but it's important to make sure that you're eating properly. Eating, sleeping, hair, skin, and nails, all related. So, but I've had long hair for years. All right, let's take some questions. I thought we had a couple that dropped earlier. Do we have an AP? I thought I saw an APS earlier. Man grew a beard and the gains follow. Good for you, James. Let's see. Grizzly, what is something that you personally want for Christmas? World peace. World peace. That's fucking bullshit. I don't have anything that I personally want. The thing is, anything that I've wanted, and I don't want for much. I don't need all this luxury stuff. The only things that I spend on is food. I get the food that I want, and I buy training equipment that I want. For the most part, there's sometimes things where I'm like, do I really need that? And then it's like, okay, do I need it? No, I don't need 90% or 95%. I don't really need anything that I have. Need is very different. Want, and this is something to remember, want and need. But if you want to fortify yourself against the uncertainty, want less. It's very important to want less. I don't wear a lot of what fancy clothes, watches, fancy cars. People waste their money on stupid shit. It doesn't mean you can't like things like that, but if you make more money or you have more money, you should want less and save more. Use that to sleep better at night. Use that to, be able to adapt and move quickly and not panic. Lower your stress levels. A lot of people are spending money that they don't have. So in terms of getting back to your question, something I personally want, there's really nothing that I want that I haven't gotten, like clubs and stuff like that. So if I want a club and I'm like, oh, it makes sense, then I'll purchase it. Sometimes I'll second guess myself. Do I really need it? And then kind of tease myself. I'm like, no, I don't get it. And then eventually one time I'll be like, and then I'll be lifting. I'll be in the middle of a workout and I'm like, yeah, I'm just going to buy it. Boom, boom, buy. And then dun, 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 and I move on. But, when it's something for the business, when it's something for, the dogs or for the house, but there's nothing in particular that like, I want this for Christmas. We're not doing any gifts like that. Mama Solio and I we're not doing anything like that. No tree. We're not buying gifts and stuff. Like, But that's my message. Want less. Want less. And this is why a lot of people are miserable. A lot of people are stressed out. You're always comparing yourself or what you have to other people, and people have more, or they get a bonus, or they get a raise or something like that, and then they buy a new car, or they increase their payments, and then they're fucking living up to their neck again. A lot of people are focused on the material because they're trying to fill holes in their life. And I know we're getting a little bit more philosophical about it, but people are trying to fill holes and gaps in their life rather than either like starting a family or having some more purpose or focusing on their health. And, you know, they're just kind of buying something else, Oh, someone has that, or someone else has that, or I should get that. If I had, you know, I would, you know, you just buy things because you want other people to perceive you a certain way. And I'm just not interested in most of those things, which is good. But then someone will come over maybe and they'll be like, you got a lot of wood clubs. And it's like, yes, I do. And those aren't fucking cheap, let me tell you. But it's very valuable to me. So we all have our things, right? But yeah. In other words, there's nothing like, ooh, I would love to have a pool, but we have to wait till we get like a fence in, and there's other things there. So that's more long term. Harsher punishments for parole violators. Very specific. How about a border fence? How about a border? How about some border? I would love to, for Christmas, I would love to not send more money to Ukraine. How about that? Very nice. Come on, man. I would love to not protect other countries' borders instead of our own. I would love to not print more money in this country. More Bitcoin then. For Christmas, I'll have more Bitcoin. But as opposed to what? Any other day? All right. Gaurav Pawar, Papasolia. One of my feet points outward. I can do a good goblet squat, but I am afraid of having bad form in barbell squats. Any solution? Well, it's normal and it's totally fine to have your toes pointed out slightly. The most important thing when you do a squat, any kind of squat, no matter what your foot position is, and that's different depending on how wide your hips are and your structure, you should make sure your knees are going over your toes, meaning they're lined up properly. You don't want excessive external rotation or eversion. You want your knees when they're going, that they're lined up with like your second toe next to your big toe. You don't want your toes going out, your knees going in. You don't want a lot of like external rotation and knee valgus. That's not good for your knees. So that's number one. Another point to address is, do you know why? Did you ever sprain your ankle or break your ankle or something like that, or hurt your hip? Did you ever have an injury? It's very important to do corrective exercise. That way you have the same mobility on both sides. So you probably need to activate your anterior tibialis, your extensor digitorum, stretch your calves, and you probably need to do some corrective exercise for your glutes and your adductors and your hips and things like that to bring proper alignment. So it's very common because, when you drive a car, you have one foot that moves a certain way, you're leaning on one side. It's very common to have imbalances, but it's important to notice that and address, because you can have injuries without realizing it that compound over time because of postural distortions. All right, let's see. Am I having turkey for Christmas? Get the fuck out of here.
Matt Damon.
Go fuck yourself.
Turkey for Christmas. Fuck out of here. Cerny, I want people to quit being stupid. All right, let's see. More questions. Let's see. Polywolf89, Papa. So I'm in the market for some shampoo and conditioner. Conditioner is better. It leaves the hair silky and smooth.
Chlorophyll?
I checked out the Swole Enormous Amazon page, but didn't see any there. Do you have any suggestions? I would make sure you get something that's paraben, phthalate free, for starters. You might want to look something that's more like beef tallow based. You can also, if you are, since you're a member, go to the Swole Enormous, go to your homepage and go to the Swole Enormous Beauty Chat. I don't know the proper, I don't know all the brands. That's Mama Swolio is the cosmetologist, so she knows all that stuff. That's what she does all day long. So enter the Swole Enormous Beauty Telegram chat and ask her, and she'll get back to you. And then we'll remember, and then we'll have to remember and like add that to the store. Jesus Christ. Tiff, I heard, is this a troll? I heard eating cereal post-workout is good for your muscles. What's your thoughts on that? Who'd you hear that from? That's retarded. Like, legitimately.
Everybody knows you never go full retard.
No. Gross. How is that good for your muscles? Ugh. Cereal? That's literal dog shit. Who'd you hear that from? Let's see here. All right, let's get into another call. Fabian. Come down.
Papa Swole, hello, my name is Fabian from Chile in South America. I want to know what can I do to improve my health? Thank you.
Sheesh. Talk about a vague question. Well, thank you for the call and holla at you, Chile. It's Chile here. It's going to be 40 degrees this week. Fucking Chile as fuck. All right, cheesy. Come on, man. All right, sorry. Okay, I'm not sorry.
Come on, man.
I'm not sorry. How do I improve my health? That's very vague. I recommend, because that's a general question, you might just be brand new, period. Go to swolenormousx.com and download the 7 pillars. Start there, learn about the fundamentals. That will really, that is actually a very good answer because we have those fundamentals there. So you need to uninstall what you might think you already know already and start learning about food quality. Start learning about sleep, recovery, all 7 of those pillars. Listen to the podcast. You can follow up with another question, but one of the most important things is to get better sleep. That's one thing that doesn't cost you any money that you can work on immediately, is getting better quality sleep. And then I would say, especially to get healthier, is to start working on your nutrition immediately. And of course, exercise, that's very important. But you want to put all these things together. You don't want to just do 1 or 2 of the pillars. You want to do all 7. So just make sure you go over there, swolenormousx.com, and download the 7 pillars. Start there. Thank you so much for the question. By the way, if you have a question or you want to call in, hashtag AskPapaSwole, not hashtag, well, askpapaswolio.com is where you can submit your questions. That's where you can call in, leave a question for the show. We'll get to it. I agree, Dan. Improve your health by listening to this podcast. Let's fucking go. Plus, you get some Tainty Man in there too. If you listen, if you watch the show, if you watch, you get some Tainty Man. All right, let's see. Wax Pompasolio. So when is the best time to consume healthy carbs? Well, I do believe in time-restricted eating window. I do not think you should be eating all day and all night. I think you should keep it within 6 or 8 hours during daylight hours. I think is a safer bet, especially in shorter days. So probably 6 hours or less, eating once or twice a day within like a few hours. I would say either probably after a workout. That's my personal take. Bigger meals, heavier protein meals should be earlier in the day, but it depends on when you train too. So if you had to pick a time for carbohydrates like fruit and stuff like that, or sweet potatoes or whatever you prefer, it would be after a workout, after a strength training session. That's what I would recommend. Not like first thing in the morning. You don't want to just like send your insulin through the fucking roof just first thing. And if you need something, if you feel like you need something before a workout, just have like a tablespoon of raw honey. It's like, that's a lot. There's a lot in there. There's a lot of benefits aside from just like the sugars, especially in honey. Raw honey. Garav, Papa Soy, I'm 25 pounds heavier and I want to lose weight. I do weights 3 days a week, 3 days cardio. Now added 15,000 steps a day. On top of that, is that too much cardio? Well, what are you doing for cardio? It really depends on what you're doing. Walking is fine. There's nothing wrong with walking. That's great. Walking's great for, you can't just think of walking as, you're not going to, you can lose weight walking, but you want to lose fat, not muscle. So, but walking's underrated for mental health. So people think about, it's just great for mental health. This is great to walk and to think and to clear your mind. It's a moving meditation, that kind of, this is a very human thing to do. And most people don't, it's just crazy how it's like walking is good for you. It's like the most fundamental thing that we do is walking, but most people don't walk enough. They don't walk. So the weights are important. I'm concerned. What you didn't mention here is anything about your nutrition. I don't know what your sleep is like. You might want to lift weights more frequently. It really depends on your nutrition, your total caloric intake, but really much more importantly, in my opinion, is the food quality. So you might want to look into that a little bit more. Let's take another call. We'll take a few more or a couple more questions from Ivan. Ivan?
How long did it take to grow such an awesome hairstyle? And did you go to the fucking gym to do that?
That's another one. I did go to the fucking gym to do that. We talked about it already. How come that popped up? That populated twice. Weird. All right. Another call. Come on in. Let's go. Ivan really asking about that beard, pushing hard. Mamushi? Oh, what a name. Mamushi.
How many times do I have to go to the fucking gym every day?
How many times? I did not expect a female's voice. Is that a female's name? Mamushi. Mamushi. You could, that voice, that's almost like you got to pay $4.99 a minute for that one. Ooh, my nips. How many times a day? How many times a day do you have to go to the fucking gym? Well, I would say no more than twice, but I wouldn't say lifting heavy weights twice. So once is fine. Everyone's always thinking that more is better. And that's another thing that we should keep on talking about. More isn't better. You can train twice a day. In other words, you can put in physical effort. You can make it part of your entire day and do mobility. You can do mobility 10 times a day for a few minutes. It doesn't have to be once a day. But in terms of like resistance training, unless you just do a little, you do weights for 30 minutes, it depends on what you're doing. It really depends on your experience. But as you know, someone depends on what your goals are and your time availability. Some people might not have any time, literally, like they're just fucking working a stupid shift on Tuesdays or Thursdays. So they do 2 smaller workouts on Mondays. Everyone's different, but you really only need to lift weights once a day. One time a day. More isn't necessarily better. All right, let's see here. Dun, 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 bah, bah. All right, Mamushi, that was nice. Let's see, we got Mango Chowdhury. There we go. Mango, how does one maintain gym and also school grades? Because my marks have gone low, but my physique, snort face. Go to the gym, lift weights, eat healthy. And if you want better grades in school, then you have to put in the same kind of work in the gym. And personally, I'm not a fan of school. But if your marks have gone low, then you're not putting in the effort required. Some people think, oh, I can't go to the gym because I have to study. It's like, go to the fucking gym and study after. Take care of your health. You could do both. Let's see. Shahid, look, Papa Swolio, I don't know what to do with my diet. I'm currently underweight. Please help me. SwoleNormousX.com. Download the 7 pillars. You need to eat more food, but probably more quality food, lifting weights. If you're underweight, it's time to eat food. So focus on that nutrition. I think you have a lot to learn, and I'm here for it. So feel free to ask another question and follow up. I'm going to skip that one. Let's see. Dun, dun, dun. JZY, boy, Papa Soy, go to the gym daily, but can't quit smoking. Any help? I would recommend getting a support system. Check out the book Atomic Habits. That's a great way to learn how to incrementally set better habits in your day to move towards a goal like quitting a bad habit like smoking or drinking or things like that. I'm not saying it's a cure-all or a fix-all, but it's definitely going to change your mindset as to how you have to avoid and remove these things from your environment, make different choices, small incremental changes. Better nutrition helps tremendously too. Bookworm Addict, is Metrics good for diabetics? What's that? Like the supplement company? I don't see how that would possibly have anything to do or be beneficial for diabetics. Are you a diabetic? What are you eating? Let's talk about that. Metrics? You don't need supplements for diabetes. That's probably the last thing you want to do. Okay. Let's see. Nolan, last one. You're live on the Sleazecast. Let's go.
I only see you using those little, we'll call them bats. How do you ever hit legs?
How do I hit legs? I trained legs yesterday. I train legs twice a week at least. Kind because I don't post videos about every last thing and every last moment of my life. So how do I train legs? You could do them with clubs and stuff. You have heavy and you could squat, but I lift heavy when I do legs. I do a lot of sled work, Nordic curls, heavy squats, good mornings, RDLs, sissy squats. Train legs like a beast. Train legs harder than any other body part. Even though I train them all hard, but I love leg day. It's my favorite. So that's how I do it. I just don't necessarily do videos. You know. Yeah, questions are retarded today in some cases, but I get it. I get it. Because when I'm filming and I'm talking, I'm not going to sit there, squatting, having a conversation. I probably would if I had better lighting. In the gym, it's like I have a narrow gym, so it's not the same type of I like the outside setting. And I like swinging the club and yelling at people to go to the fucking gym. What's my least favorite? I don't really have a least favorite body part. No, I don't do favorites psychologically. I just train what needs to be trained. I train it hard. Whatever I'm doing that day, I put the effort in, and I just kind of disconnect from preference. Because if something needs to get done, it doesn't matter if I feel like doing it or not. So I think that's important. I might do that. That's probably the next thing is to do like a squat or doing something like that. I thought of it. I'll get there. We'll do some other types of shit. Tell people to go to the fucking gym. Yep. It will be done. It will be done. We're just getting started. With the content. People think they see a few videos that look the same or similar, and they think I've run out of ideas. Not even close. There's so many fucking ideas, all in due time. It's a long-term vision, fam. I got patience. Most people's attention span's so short. We're just getting started. Hashtag Swole Privilege for a chance to win today's Swole card. Last one. Do you have any opinions on the carnivore diet? I think most people should go carnivore to clean out all the shit, to lose extra water weight. It's essentially a very complete elimination. But I prefer eating things like honey and dates and fruit and shit like that. So I don't personally do full carnivore. I think people probably need a little bit more carbohydrate, especially if you're lifting weights. But I think that carnivore it's an elimination diet. It's just you're cutting out fruits as well. So, but a lot of people do carnivore wrong. They just eat lean muscle meat. They need to get fat. They need to get organ meats and things like that. So I think carnivore diet is great. I don't think about it. I don't think of it as something like, long term. Carnivores that tend to just be complete carnivore tend to kind of look, I don't know. Does anyone see? Because you never know how complete carnivore people are. Because even animals that eat meat, they'll still eat fruit if it lands on the ground from a tree. It's not like they're going to avoid it. So some carnivores, you can have a little bit of fruit. Some people have different perceptions of what that is. So it depends on how you define it. But I tend to see online, when I see people that are literally legit carnivore, they only eat that, they tend to look like vegans. They just tend to look a little more, they look much healthier than vegans, but they tend to look a little more ragged. Does that make sense? I get that impression. I don't analyze. Vegans just look unhealthy more often than not. They just look unhealthy. Carnivores tend to look, they just both look like they're lacking. Vegans are definitely lacking. And I just feel like if you're not eating fruit or some carbohydrates, I feel like you're lacking too. I think everyone has a different amount of carbohydrates that work best for them though. All right. That's it, fam. Good shit. Let's go balls deep.
Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. That's deep.
All right, let's get a little America. All right, remember, it's not today. A week from today, Swole Year release party for members. Join us, swolenormousx.com. It's going to be Tits McGee. It's going to be Tittle McSwolerson. A week from today, 5 p.m. Eastern time, we'll see you for the Swole Year release party. It's going to be lit. Look back through 2022. And of course, brand new releases. It's going to be fucking stupid. It's going to be stupid. And of course, check out the brand new drops on papasolio.com. This is one of my favorite designs ever. The Go to the Fucking Gym beer logo. That's tight. And of course, Luke Swole Walker, may the swole be with you. Check it all out. All the new designs, of course, holiday designs. I know, obviously, it's the 22nd, so you won't get this kind of stuff at this point before Christmas. But maybe after Christmas, you get those gift cards, or you get you get some money for presents. You can go to papasolio.com, use code Daily Swole for 10% off, and splurge on some epic new merch. All right. Now, let's get into this one we didn't do yesterday. Let's see if we have any really short ones. All right, let's get started. Let's do this one. Ooh. Oh. Ooh, simpin'. Okay. All right, this is something different that we don't normally get into. Lot to unpack. This one says, I'm not a simp. My wife likes other men.
You switch the samples.
All right, Cuckosaurus. Let's see what we got here. Let's fucking
What's
go.
in the box?
Let's go. The sack be slapping. Perfect for balls deep. We're doing this first. Here we go.
People need to stop demonizing men for being open-minded. I let my wife sleep with other men, not because I'm a simp, and I wish people would stop calling me that, but because I'm open-minded enough to know that for a relationship to work, you have to let your partner explore other relationships.
Oh. Simp is not the right word. It's called a cuck. Now, this might be a parody. Oh my God, the TikTok is at Vegan Soldier UK. Maybe it's not a parody. Oh, it's because you're a vegan. Either this is a joke or it's because you're a vegan. Your testosterone's in the fucking dumps. She wants a man, bro. Eat some fucking steak. There you go. Eat some That's it. That's what it is.
I got hairy legs.
That's what it is. Oh, I saw the ad, Vegan Soldier UK. What's going on over there in the UK? You guys need some more sunlight. Yeah, your wife's getting that vitamin D. Oh! Jesus Christ. Is he dead? He looks dead. But you know the music. It sounds like, for just $1 a day, my wife can get more dick. It just sounds like one of those videos with the music. You never know nowadays. Okay, let's all right, let's play it.
But because I'm open-minded enough to know that for a relationship to work, you have to let your partner explore other relationships. Because what is your relationship if you don't trust them enough to explore other people? And so that's why I let my wife sleep with other men. And if you...
Jesus Christ. I'm such a good person. What kind of person am I if I don't let my wife fuck other men? How much money do you want to bet that he's not allowed to sleep with other women? What do you? Yeah, guess what? He's getting the Will Smith treatment right here.
If you have a problem with that, then maybe you need to check and have a look at yourself, because maybe you've got some sort of trust issues going on in your life.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think it's a trust issue, Mochambo. I think it's the fact that you enjoy your wife getting plowed by other dick. Yeah, that's not normal. But to each their own. Look, hey, if both look, technically, like if two people are okay with it, then all right. But doesn't mean we can't make fun of it. You put that on the internet, bro. You put that on the internet. Why would you? Can we have that conversation? Can we have that conversation? Let's talk about that for a second. What kind of world are we living in where that dude is like, I'm going to make a TikTok and talk about how virtuous I am because I let other dudes plow my wife? Can we talk about that? Forget what is actually happening. Why do you feel the need to make a TikTok about it? Is that not the weirdest part of this video? Information we didn't need. I'll take information we didn't need for 1,000, Alex. There's no there's no need for that in my brain. I don't care what your wife fucks. If it's your wife, I would assume she fucks you. Apparently not. Apparently you're not giving her the dizzle shizzle. Okay.
Is this a list of things I did to your mom last night?
I think that's the weirdest thing. Why? Why? Okay, that's the truth. You want your wife to fuck fine. Why would you be like, I'm not a simp? You're a fucking cuck. Exactly. You don't even know what a simp is. Yeah, you're a fucking soy boy beta cuck. You are a vegan and you need a steak and a functional dick. Your testosterone's in the dumps. So in order for your wife to stay your wife, you have to agree to her fucking other men because you can't take care of business, apparently. I don't know. You don't like my opinion? Then don't post that online. Again, why is that online? I that's the part that's starting to blow. That's driving me nuts now. Why? Ugh. Like something like that is so ridiculous. It makes me think it's got to be a joke. I think it's because I want it to be a joke, right? It's like that has to be a joke. Come on. There can't be a person that actually thinks like that. I can't be sharing the planet with someone who thinks like that. There can't be a human being that has a job that pays for, that drives a car, that has a driver's license. There can't be a functioning adult that comes to that conclusion. Come on, man. Why? How can that be? How can that be?
Lieutenant Dan.
Oh my God. How do you have a job? Like you're an adult. All right. I appreciate the content. Let's see. Should we go into, what do you think? We got a couple options here. We got drag show. We got thin privilege, and we got white people. We got some racism. We have some pedophilia and grooming. Pedophilia, grooming, racism, or thin privilege. We got options today, fam. We got fucking America, baby. There's no shortage of insane. There's no shortage. Julian says, she says drag. So we're going to go, mom's okay with bringing kids to drag show. Let's fucking go. Can't wait for that.
What's in the box?
Inconceivable!
Because why not? Men pretending to be women. Hey, let me show my kids. Can
I ask you a question? Do you find this to be age appropriate for your children?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a little more, I'm not as conservative, but I mean, really.
You're not as, oh, Jesus Christ. I skipped ahead by accident. Oh, I don't know if I could show this whole fucking thing. I'm not as conservative. You don't say.
A little more, I'm not as conservative, but I mean, really, it's not any different than, I mean, Disney, they have similar things. Like, it's really.
At Disney, they have drag shows? Things have changed since the last time I've been there.
Not that far from it.
I had sex with my father's boss in my father's office.
Honestly, like, I'm body positive.
Minty fresh.
Do you find this to be age appropriate for children?
Do I find this to be age appropriate?
Yeah.
For my child, yeah.
Hello, you're reaching for my...
Oh my God, Jesus Christ, we're going to get... All right, we can't show the rest of that. I don't even... That was... Where'd that come from? I'm going to have to start screening these videos first. All right. I'm not playing the rest of that. Jesus fucking Christ.
Matt Damon.
Doo-wee. If you're just listening, yeah, let's keep it that way. Hey, how many of people that listen to the podcast, you're the real MVP. People that listen, I'm like, I'm not watching this fucking show. I'm not watching this fucking show. Get the fuck out of here. Wow. For my kid, yes. I might have to watch that on my, I don't want to see it. I think it's important to know what's going on. It's important to see that shit. I just can't show it here. I didn't know it was going to, hopefully that doesn't do anything. I don't think anyone's paying attention to this show. I don't think YouTube or anyone pays attention to this fucking show. That's for one thing. I mean, if they, I don't know. I don't know how this, honestly, after all this time, I don't know how this podcast is still, I don't know how the channel still exists, to be honest with you. I told you, I think the algorithm, I think we're just like censored in the corner. It's just Papa's really playing his sandbox. Just restrict his reach. Make sure no one finds the content. Just let him, whatever. I've been like shadow banned since 2016. It's just like, oh my God. All right. Yeah, and isn't that the craziest thing? So Kelly says they'll ban you for showing up, but celebrate the person's bravery for doing it. It's not brave. It's a sexual fetish. And the creepiest thing is, look, if you want to do that sick shit, it's on. If you want to go to a drag show, okay. Adults only. Does anyone here disagree? If you want to do that, if you want to see men pretending to be women, go to it. Go to the, like, totally fine. The kids thing is really creepy. It's the creepiest fucking thing. I mean, if it's not grooming and pedophilia, you tell me. You tell me. There's no need for children to see it. That's sick fucking shit. You can't take your children to a strip club. That's literally what that is, essentially. It's a strip club, but it's like fake. Oh, it's fake tits. It's the kids don't know the difference. They don't understand. It's gross. It just doesn't have to do what you want. I'm for the freedom. Do what you want. Totally cool with it. Do it in your own space. You don't see anyone arguing like, we should be able to take children into strip clubs. Yeah, my kids, yeah. You see a girl on the pole? How come people think that's grotesque? They would never do that. They would never allow it. It would be up in arms, but this is okay. It's really, really disturbing. And this is that slow creep. Everyone's like, oh, it's normal. It's not normal. You're a sick fuck. You're a sick parent. It's child abuse. It's really, really a disgusting approach to raising a child. And the people on the stage that know that there's kids in the audience, that's some sick, twisted shit. That's all that's happening, is they're trying to normalize sexualization of kids. It's not extreme. It's not conspiracy. There's just evidence after evidence after evidence. You know, when you go to court and it's like, well, you have to show evidence. Introducing, you're like, what's it called? Like evidence A, B, C. It's all we do. We're showing this and again and again. There's a lot of podcasts and news stations and places that are like showing you this, showing you this, showing you this. No one's making this up. This isn't CGI. This isn't something that's done in a Hollywood studio. Well, worse is done in a Hollywood studio, but this isn't something that's made up. We were just showing the evidence. Well, it can't be. Oh, that's ridiculous. Oh, that. It's just there. It's just there. Use your fucking eyes. It's in front of you. Just because you don't want to, think that it's real, you can't go, la, 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 close your eyes. If I can't see it, it doesn't exist. It's there. You don't have to like it, nor should you like it. It's just, it's there. Now what? And people are saying, oh, it's okay, because they're there, one, and they don't want to be canceled. Oh, I don't want anyone to be mean to me. It's sick, twisted shit. It's sick, twisted shit these people have. Creepy, grooming, pedo fetishes. And again, if you're doing it around adults, hey, there's a lot of room for kinks. I don't think anyone cares if you do it in your own private space and hey, adults only. You want to go into hey, in this building, there are adults that are men that are masquerading as women, and you're like, okay, I'm not going to go in that building. Hey, I might not agree with it, but it's like, okay, you want to go do that? Go do it. But when it gets forced down everyone's throats, like LGBTQ, XYZ, like it doesn't have to be in front of everyone's face, pushed into your face every last way. Like, do what you want. I don't care who you fuck. I don't give a shit. No compelled speech. Keep the kids away from it. It's like, let people make their own decisions when they're old enough to understand what the fuck they're doing. Don't subject kids to this weird fetish nonsense. All right, let's see. Let's do thin privilege. Let's do thin privilege. We have time? One more. One more, your choice. Privileges with being thin or white people are a threat. Ooh. Ooh, which one do we want? Thin privilege number 1. White people are a threat number 2. What do we got here? What do we want? Ooh, the evil whitey. Evil white people. Evil.
You are looking rather splendid.
What do you want? Number 1, number 2. Everyone's like, white people. White people are evil. We got 2. The white people one is just going to anger me. Well, indeed. It is balls deep. Thin privilege. Everyone's 2. White. White. Yeah, white people are a threat. Let's do that one. I know you're not agreeing with it. Let's see. This is the question that's being responded to on TikTok says, that's a huge accusation and completely false, and I am in no way, shape, or form a danger to the BIPOC community. And the BIPOC is Black and Indigenous people of color. It's a silly acronym in order to, use as a shield, like, oh, you can't remember. It's just this. You're grouping Black and Indigenous and people of color. You're just bandwagoning everyone together, so you can't say anything or do anything. You could throw up the BIPOC thing and then the stars align, the clouds part, and then no one can disagree with you. And then there's the Daily Swole. All right, here we go. White people are a threat.
We are both white women. We are inherently a danger in spaces for Black, Indigenous, and other people of color simply by existing.
All right, we're not off to a good start. This is not a good start. We're a threat by existing. You got the hardcore white savior complex. These people are just virtue signaling masochists. They're just beating themselves up and they're pretending like they're using this as virtue. If they beat themselves up and they slander themselves, they're projecting this as a virtue. You're so good that you're sacrificing yourself. You're sacrificing yourself. That's hardcore narcissism. Hard fucking core. Okay.
And when we choose not to recognize that and acknowledge that and navigate the world with that knowledge, we go from being dangerous to being an active threat.
Yikes. That's not true at all. You a stupid person.
Damon.
An active threat. So this is dangerous rhetoric. And the reason is threat means threat. Words do not mean threat. Thoughts do not mean threat. Your skin color is not a threat inherently. It's just physical. It's just not. It's not. A lot of you are white or Black and you have lots of friends and coworkers of other skin. You're not an active threat. That's nonsensical. That's nonsensical. An active threat might be someone trying to attack you physically. And words are not violence. This is the dangerous tightrope walking. This is the dangerous line that's been crossed. Words are not violence. They're just not. They're just not. Sticks and stones break my bones, but words can never hurt me. Well, if you let the words hurt you, then you're going to be a crying little bitch all the time. So it's obviously not true. This is an old woman with she obviously doesn't have any kids. Her womb is polluted with soy. She has cobwebs in her puss. She probably has no close family member or friends, just other single cat ladies that are just crying to each other on TikTok. All right, let's continue.
Being an active threat. If we don't like that, then we need to change the systems and destroy whiteness.
Ooh, destroy whiteness. Oh, wow. Destroy whiteness. Now, what does that entail? How do you destroy whiteness? What do we do? Oh, you know what we could do? We can put all the white people on trains Yeah, we could load up all the white people on trains, and then we can take them to a location where, I don't know, like, how do we, God, what can we do? What can we do? How can we destroy whiteness? Like, we can maybe put them into, like, I don't know, these rooms. Like, we could, I don't know, take care of them somehow. Like, we could destroy them. Like, I don't know, maybe we can gas them or, you know, put them in ovens or some shit, right? Maybe we can just do that. Destroy whiteness. That's some creepy shit. How weird is that coming from a white person? Again, it's this like narcissistic savior, like you're not virtuous because you're sacrificing yourself. She's trying to martyr herself. You're not important. No one cares. You're just an idiot.
And destroy whiteness. Not expect Black, Indigenous, and other people of color to take the risk to let us into their space, or to
take the risk to let us into their space. Do they have a space? Where are Black people's space? Where's their space at? Where's white people's space? I don't know. I didn't know there were like spaces. Like on Twitter? Like Twitter spaces? I'm confused. Can you imagine thinking this way? I bet she gets off this and starts like she turns this off and then starts blasting like Tupac.
Demand comfort and abuse the education that they offer us. The systems of whiteness make us dangerous.
I'm starting to like her. She's fucking crazy. I'm starting to like her. He's up on the old talk. Oh my God. I'm starting to come around. I'm starting to like how stupid she is. I'm impressed. Like I'm impressed by.
Make us dangerous.
Ooh, I feel
that's not individually insulting. Process that idea.
Does anyone know what the fuck she just said? Process what idea? That's not individually insulting. Pretty sure you just said destroy whiteness. And that I'm an active threat by just being here. I'm pretty sure you said I'm an active threat to people with different levels of melanin in their skin because I have less melanin. I'm not white. I actually have a tan. So I'm kind of like, I don't know. What color would you think I am? What color am I? Like a light mahogany? Yeah, her ad is a word with Pam. Pam, no more words, please. Pam's lost talking privileges.
What you just said
sit in the corner, Pam,
is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. At no point in your rambling, incoherent response were you even close to anything that could be considered a rational
Pam
thought.
can take the first shower.
Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it. I award you no points, and may God have mercy on your soul.
Never go full Pam. Oh my God. Oh my goodness. Betty Ford says, imagine she said the opposite, racist much. Imagine she said that, right? Imagine if she said black people are an active threat when they come into white spaces. Like, if you think about it, like, oh my God, you literally have to reverse it. But you say, no, you can't reverse it. Like, people call when like a black person feels this way about white people, reverse racism. It's not, these are stupid people. There's no reverse racism. Racism isn't defined by white people versus black people. White people, no, it's just, it's like what's a technical definition? You're thinking like you have a, superiority based on the color of your skin or the race of your people, right? One race of people is superior to another. It has nothing to do with white against black or black. There's no reverse racism. It can come from anything. It could be Hispanic versus white. It could be Hispanic versus Jew. It's all racism. Anyway, yeah, she said the opposite. Right? Black people coming into white spaces. That's an active threat. Those fucking dangerous, those fucking blacks, motherfucker, coming into my white space. Coming into my white space. That's my space. That's my space. These walls are white. Yeah. God, what creepy shit. That's just creepy. I think it's a total valid statement to say, imagine if she said the opposite. Yeah, imagine the opposite. How come the opposite sounds so fucking intense and this is like, oh, this is stupid. Oh my God, this is allowed on TikTok. That's allowed. But if you swap it, that's like literal, that would be, wow, that would be removed instantly. That would be removed instantly for harassment, bullying, hate. You might even just get banned instantly. Like that would be hardcore. Ew. All right, well, that is what we have to deal with in our society. So, man, that was a lot of balls deep. There was like drag shows, pedophilia, grooming. We had bad whitey. We got a lot of stuff going on. All right, intense, but maybe a little too intense. Maybe let's get a little tainty, man. Aww. Let's get a little tainty, man, and of course, let's get a little church just to wash that out. Can I get a belly rub? Can I get some belly? Can I get some belly? Can I get a little bit? Can I get in there? Can I get in there, mama? Oh, there we go. Stretch. Stretch. Okay. Get a little bit. Can I get in there, mama? Good girl. Oh, you're so warm. Oh, it's so warm down here. It's so warm right under you. Good girl. Okay. Let's get a little church. Get a little church. Say hi to the fam. The angle I have, she's looking at me. Oh, my baby girl. I know. Okay, I'll keep rubbing you. She doesn't want me to stop. Okay, let's give away today's Swole card. Hashtag Swole Privilege. Go make some sick fucking gains. Let's get a little America and let's give this bitch away. Fuck yeah! Where is it? Drum roll. Take us away, Foul. Give away the fucking card. Give it away. Give it away. Give it away. Give it away. Give it away, give it away, give it away, give it away now. Oh, I forgot about the Super Cuck. Oh, that's right, Super Cuck. Scroll. What's in the box? Scroll one more time. I really got to get rid of this Dominion fucking scrolling system. It's brutal. Stop. Ukraine needs more gains. I'm seeing all these comments I didn't see during the show. You guys need to drop some more hashtags. We got a winner. It is Tyler. Congratulations. If you're not winning a Swole card, you need to drop more hashtags. Congratulations, Tyler. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card, 2420 Schwam in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. And we'll send you the Swole card. Fantastic, fam. Excellent. Congratulations, Tilar. That's super dope. What's the name of today's show? Super Cuck, right? Or Soy Boy Beta Cuck? Which one? Super Cuck to save the day. Fuck my wife, please, I say. Super Cuck to save the day. Super Cuck. Please fuck my wife because my testosterone is super low. Because I eat black bean burgers. Because I eat soy. I love modified cornstarch and soybean oil. I like polyunsaturated fats. I love GMOs. Please fuck my wife. Please fuck my wife because I can satisfy her. Please fuck my wife. Please fuck my wife. Fuck my wife. Fuck my wife. Please fuck my wife. Please fuck my wife.
Emotional damage.
Super cuck. Super cuck. Please fuck my wife because I'm a good person. Who would I be if I didn't let other men drill my fucking wife? Fuck my wife. Fuck my wife. Fuck yeah. Please fuck my wife. Fuck me. Please fuck my wife. Fuck my wife. All right, very nice. Thank you, fam. Thank you. Far too fucking kind. Oh my God. Oh my God. I need to. This episode, it's getting heavy now. Every time I think, oh, we've seen the worst. How does it, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? I'll tell you where we go tomorrow. I just almost forgot to announce it today. I didn't even mention it. I'm just so used to it. There's so many things going on. We have the Swole Year Party next week. Tomorrow, fam, overtime for members only. It's going to be lit tomorrow after the show. Overtime, so don't miss out on that. If you're not yet a member, learn more, free downloads, 7 pillars. We got the blog, we got links, we got a lot of stuff over there if you're brand new to the show. But swolenormousx.com, jump on those Fuck Your Resolution specials. Join the fam today. Learn more about everything we have to offer inside Swolenormous X, and overtime segment tomorrow for members right after the show. It's going to be fucking lit. So we'll see you there. Beaches, thanks for being here. Oh my goodness, I need to go and smash some steel and eat a steak. That guy makes me want to just start taking anabolic steroid and just juicing out of my fucking mind. Like, I want to be as far away from that person as possible on like the scale of, on the swole scale. I need to be like, I need to repel myself. I just need to be so far away from that. Ew. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck just happened? Oh man, do we pick a name for the show today? Do we pick a name for the show? Did anyone say it? I can't say please fuck my wife. I can't put that in the title. I'll get blocked. Tyler, I got banned on TikTok Live for saying retard. Man, you should never say retard. It's not nice to say retard. Don't say retard. You know, don't be a retard. Don't say that. Let's see. What's our super cuck? Destroy the white cuck. No, I don't want to be too like destroy the white cuck. Yeesh. Well, I mean, I don't disagree with that. He lost his dick from too much tyrannical tucking.
There's tiny tuck, typical tuck, total tuck, and the tyrannical tuck.
The drag one. There's a lot of tucking. There was a lot of tucking in that video. I stopped that halfway. It got worse. I scrolled through. Have I heard of Oreo King? No. What is that? I can assume. Is that like someone who eats a lot of Oreos? They're like the king, like Nabisco King. Take my wife, please. Please sleep with my wife. Cuck. Super Cuck Soy Boy goes woke. Granny's White Rage. Ooh, maybe we won't even talk about the cuck. Granny's White Rage? Granny's White Rage versus Super Cuck. I feel like that should be the title, just versus. Like, we should do a battle. Should we start doing that for Balls Deep? It's like a battle. Which one gets the title? Yeah, versus. Like celebrity deathmatch. Granny's White Rage. Can you imagine like scrolling, you get a new upload in your feed? It's Granny's White Rage versus Super Cuck. That's going to be that's the title. We'll just do both. I can't decide. It's like you're asking to be banned. I'm not asking to be banned. I'm not even saying anything that I'm playing these videos and just raging about it. The question is, if we haven't been thus far, what would it take? How? I think it's just because it's not getting a lot of distribution. So you don't have enough people that watch it, that hate it. But it's okay. Look, if it ever gets, it's not going to be banned from just podcasts. I'll still do the podcast. We'll just do private streams every day. And then you could join and then get access to all of it. And then that'll be that. That's it. It was still, we're not stopping doing the show. It's because the rest of the show, we do it at the end. If you don't like that portion of the show, then you can just listen to the beginning of it. But neither here nor there. It's crazy. I need to go and just wash that memory out of my brain. Go lift some weights. Go eat a steak. Just get away from me. Peace, McGee's, Deuce, Magoose. Your boy Papa Swolio. Oh.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808s, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now they king left and they so mad, it's like...
Yeah, I found that. Young king with my crown at. 10 racks in the fanny pack. Couple hundred in a Louis bag.
That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you made. That's a bag that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint. We go hard in the paint. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element, no